Good morning, yogis. I'm Teresa. Thank you for allowing me to lead you this morning. We're going to do a good morning stretch, just nothing fancy, just waking it up. We're going to go inward this morning. Take deep breaths right here. Becoming present with our mat, right here with ourselves, going inward, listening deeply, and breathing. Noticing what arises, what thoughts come up, things you may have to do during the day or things you've already done this morning. Go ahead and let those things go. Just take a deep inhale, and with your out breath, let it go. Become present right here, right now. Breathing. Take your arms up over your head, lengthening your torso, and then just stretching it around to your left side. Your left hand will come to the back of the mat, and your right hand outreach around that left knee, and your gaze can be over your left shoulder. Now, as we breathe in and out, we're going to think of an intention to set for ourselves today. Something positive, something loving, just something nice that you would like to see yourself being today. Bring your gaze back forward. Unwind out of this. Let's lengthen our spine up. And let's take it over to the right side. Drop your right hand behind your back for your anchor and gaze over your right shoulder. And then your left hand will be grabbing that outer right knee. And we're going to take deep inhales and just let it go. Breathing. And with each inhale and exhale is your opportunity to stay in this very present moment during this practice and to go inward, listening to our body, finding our body's edge, finding some equanimity in our lives, and focusing on clarity. Breathing. Now right now I would like for you to turn, go into a tabletop, pushing your torso forward and then back. Breathing, waking it up, feeling the weight distributing across our wrist and our fingertips and our hands. Reminding ourselves to wake them up. We put a lot of weight on our wrist during yoga. We want to be mindful of that. Come back into hero pose now. Come curl up on your toes and just roll them around. Always being mindful of our gentleness to our body. Now we're going to bring our hands up all the way to the left side of our yoga mat. We're going to simply extend our right foot forward, breathing, stretching, feeling, rock it back and forth just a minute, wake it up. Now extend up onto that left outer edge of that foot. Right now we're opening up our hip flexor. We're in lizard lunge. We're going to roll it around here, breathing, noticing. Your hip flexor is one of the largest joints in your body. And as we sit in this joint and we love it and we notice what feelings come up, you're actually allowing new fluids to come into that joint and actually giving it a little kiss and self-healing it. Drop your left knee down if it was raised. Come onto your toes. Curl out onto the outer edge of that right foot. Then come down onto your forearms and take a deep inhale. Exhale wherever you are and breathe. Just let it go. Noticing. Breathing. Come back up onto your forearms, your hands. You can come up onto your toes here, taking up space with your hands. You're in a runner's lunge here. You're going to bring your right hand to the outside of that right foot, and you're going to breathe. Drop down into that left hand and roll up with your right hand to the sky. Breathing, focusing on you, going inward. Bring your right hand down. Bring your left knee to the mat. Now push your torso back into that half split. Keeping a micro bend in your knee. If you had a practice yesterday that was a little tough, you may be feeling it this morning. Breathe. Stretching. With each inhale and exhale, allow your stretch to lengthen and grow. Roll back up onto that foot. Kickstand up onto it. You're in runner's lunge, and then we're going to come up into our crescent lunge, breathing deep. Focusing. Going inward. Open it up to your right, engaging your core. Feeling that core waking up. Noticing. Come back up. Strong to the front. And now let's roll out of this. Kick your right foot all the way back. You're in a full plank here. I want you to drop your knees down. Coming into that tabletop again. Focusing. Breathing. Going inward. Take your hands all the way to the right side of your mat. Bring your left foot up. Noticing. Push back and forth. Just wake it up right here. Setting up for lizard lunge on the other side. Kick up onto that right outer toes. Taking up space here. Let's roll it out. Noticing. Feeling. We store trauma in our joints. And as we sit with them and give ourselves the self-care we truly need every day, we allow a lot of that self-healing to begin naturally on its own. Finding our chi, finding our center. It's all about showing up for yourself every day and doing that self-care. You're never done with you. Drop that right knee to the mat, toes to touch. Curl out onto that left foot and come down onto your forearms and breathe. Focusing on you. Noticing how you feel. And if you've been showing up to the mat every day, noticing how your yoga is working for you. Ask yourself, is yoga a work in or a workout? Sure feels like a work in for me. Push back up onto your palms. Taking up space here. Bringing your palms, your right hand down, curling up onto that left hand. You can push up onto your toes, your right toes. Coming into the full expression of left side body. Breathing. Keeping that in-breath clear, finding that Ujjayi breath and maintaining that. Bring your left hand back down to the mat. Now you can drop your right knee down, toes to touch, and push back into that half split here. Noticing, keeping a micro bend, breathing. With each inhale and exhale, allowing that stretch to lengthen and letting it go. Curl back up. Now we're going to come back up, noticing two parallel lines here. If you feel like you've come in together, heel toe that left foot out. Take up space. Then come up and find your crescent lunge today. Sink down into this once you've arrived. Allow it to burn. Find your edge. Open it up to your left side, engaging your core. Breathing. Drop your right hand to the mat, left hand to the sky. Bring your left hand back down to the mat. Kick your left foot all the way back, full plank here. Drop your knees to the mat. Curl it around. Come on to your sit bones. I'm gonna face you guys. Bring your right foot in all the way to your sit bone and your left foot just on the other side. We're gonna lengthen our spine and take it all the way to the left side. Breathing, drenching it out, setting up for the best version of us today. How are you going to lead your day? With love and kindness for yourself. Bring your gaze back forward, unwind out of this. Bring your left knee into your sit bones and your right foot gently on the other side. And bring your spine up, lengthen it, and take it all the way to the right side. When we go through our day and we allow ourselves the time to respond instead of react, and we lead with our heart, with love and kindness, we help heal the world. Your footprint matters. What you say and do in this world matters. Bring your gaze back forward. Unwind out of this. Come into a seated position and breathe. Find your in-breath and your out-breath. Know it's your anchor today. If you'd like to come into full Shavasana, I allow you to go ahead, lay down on your mat, invite you to go. If all you have is just a few minutes, let's sit here. Let's have some gratitude for what was allowed to happen right here, right now. Take a deep inhale, exhale. Bring your hands to your center heart. The inner light in me honors and respects the light in you. And thank you for showing up for the practice today. Namaste, yogis.